All right, man. Now we're gonna do
All
it.
right.
PlayStation 5, man. Let's go. Okay, so we did our hands-on impressions of it. Imagine doing a impersonation of a PlayStation 5. I am a PlayStation 5. Look at me. I am big and white. If I fall, I will kill you. So yeah, we did our first impressions, right? We did a little bit like a week afterwards, but now we've had this joint for 2 weeks, full review, and Carlos has his shit. So now we're really ready,
2 weeks.
Yeah. So now we're gonna put the PlayStation 5 right there with the Bivaporu, because we got to. And Reggie, since you're the guest, brother, why don't you start us off, man? What are your thoughts about the PlayStation 5, bruh?
Well, for one thing, seeing it on that reveal that Sony did and seeing it in person, it is big. I mean, that's the running joke.
Look at it doesn't even fit in the whole picture for Carlos, man. Like it doesn't fit in the frame, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the pulse, you motherfucker, man. In my face. Look at that shit, man.
He's flexing.
And that's it. Bivaporu, you already know.
Yeah,
and I got this shit a week later.
I want those headsets too. I want those headsets for whatever reason I want them.
Yeah, anyway, go ahead, man.
But seeing it in person and having it and just it's like very striking in a way. And then, just getting into the experience of it all. It just, I don't know, man. It's like kind of magical in a way when you turn this thing on and the way they have the setup, how it's easy for you to get into, just a lot of quality of life measures that they took for you to get into the experience. And then once you're actually playing it, it was just, I don't know. To me, it's transformative. Like, me and my daughter, we platinum Astrobot, which is the first game she platinum.
Nice.
She's 11, and she has clocked in more time than me on the PlayStation 5. Period. Like, she loves this. She loves it, man. She loves it, and I don't know. I've never seen it. I tell you what, it's kind of like the whole experience is almost kind of like, remember when you got the Super Nintendo and Super Mario World came out?
Yeah.
That feeling, right? It's kind of like
about all that. Yeah.
I mean, that's just to me, right? It's kind of like that, but I guess with kids, you see it from another angle and just how they interact with stuff. But for me personally, I mean, I think it's very transformative experience. It's very smooth. My give or take, the little hiccups here and there, which I only had maybe like two, but that was about it. Yeah, I really love the console, man. It's everything that they said it was. It's doing everything that they said it was going to do. I almost kind of think Sony kind of undersold the console, really, in a way, and just let the discovery be up to the actual user. Playing with the dual sense. At first we all thought this was a gimmick, but it really brings the games to life in a way that, I mean, personally, I haven't experienced before. Just, I don't know. Like right now, I think the game that me and my daughter are playing is the Sackboy. Sackboy's Big Adventure. And if you thought that the controls felt good on Astrobot, I would tell you or implore you to play Sackboy's Big Adventure. It is freaking awesome. The way that this controller feels and bring those characters to life, I've never experienced anything like that before, ever. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, and playing Demon Souls, oh my God, like, whoo, Jesus Christ, man. It literally feels like you're there. 3D sound, along with the dual sense, it just really brings you into the game. Like, I don't know. Like, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before, man. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's what's up.
I love it.
And Carlos, now you finally have it. Finally have it. How have you been liking the PlayStation 5, man?
Man, this thing sucks.
Oh, Reggie.
I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, I had to wait longer than a lot of other people on Throwdown to get this. So, it took me a while, but once I got it, I'm like, I was so happy because, you know, this when I got the Series X, I was pleasantly surprised because I got it early, and I was really happy. But like I mentioned before, playing a Series X is kind of like playing an Xbox One X, and I have an Xbox One X, and it's pretty much the same thing. If you have the update for the UI, it's all uniform per se. With the PS5, everything is different. You know,
Yes.
it's not only is the hardware different, the console is like huge. The UI is different. You know, the party chat is different. Everything is just you're opening a video game console and your experience. Like Reggie was talking about, you know, his past experiences. It's like everything is new, so you're finding new things, and there's like sort of
Yes.
excitement by learning and reacting to new things, especially on, you know, some of the stuff that we love, and that's video games.
Yeah.
I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of the UI. It's kind of clunky. The cards are pretty cool. The PSN store is pretty awesome. I like that it's integrated. That it's way
Yes.
better than what Microsoft
It's a
is doing.
mess.
It's, you know, I like the way the store also has the different versions of the video games in one, you know, place. Like if you're looking for Spider-Man, it doesn't matter what version you're looking for. Just look for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Once you click on that, you have an option on a drop-down
Right.
box to see, do you want the Ultimate Edition? Do you want the Standard Edition? Like that. That's pretty awesome. The
Like
loading
Amazon.
speeds are it's like Amazon actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty similar. But you know, there's a couple of things that aren't as intuitive as far as the UI. You know, whenever you're going into trying to, you know, turn off the system, you have to like go through. You press the PS button, you have to scroll down, then you have to
They
scroll all the way
removed the
right.
whole long press.
Yeah, there's no long presses. That's just dedicated to going to home. Well, not PSN home, but the home screen. So yeah, it's the UI, I think, is my biggest knock on the system. But as far as the games, I've been playing Miles Morales, and man, that game looks amazing. You know,
Yo, man,
yeah, and
fidelity mode, man. What's up?
Right.
yo, man, it's one of those, and we know, and the crazy thing is, we know that game is a PS4 game.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's a PS4 game that got minimal, you know, things that added for the PS5 experience, and it still does a lot. You know, the ray tracing, the DualSense features, the 3D audio. I played earlier Miles Morales on my Pulse 3D headsets that I just got from Sony, and it sounds amazing. It sounds so clear. You know, like Tony was telling me before, you know, the 3D audio is no joke, and it's not. It's really good. Yeah, so I've been playing Miles Morales. I played a little bit of Demon Souls, and that looks pretty good too. I still need to beat that first boss so I can play with everyone else in the group.
Yo, Carlos, by the way, if you want easy mode, play with Chris.
Oh, I know that.
And Chris
I know
just
that.
left. What the fuck?
Chris is like, fuck
He's
that.
like, I ain't easy mode.
Yeah. No, he touted himself as that. He's like, I'm easy mode, you know? No, or actually, I just beat the game, so I'm easy mode too, Carlos. You need some help, bro? I got you, man.
Oh, man.
Your boy. Go
Man,
ahead, Reggie, real quick.
So two points I would like to make that Carlos touched on. So personally, you know, with the UI, I love the UI. It's very clean. I can understand some people complaints about it. I think, you know, once you get used to it, and especially using that card system, that card system is almost highly underrated. But when you use it, oh my God, like when you hit resume on something, it literally just like that drops you right back into the game, right where you were, depending on the makeup of the game.
Oh yeah, boy, because it does not work like that for all of them.
Right, yeah. I want to preface that it doesn't work like that for all of them. For the most part, you know, like let's say you're playing Spider-Man Miles Morales and you win some part of the city, right? And you went off to do something else. You cut the system off. You come back to cut it on, and you go to that card and you hit the square button to resume, and there you are. Like in a matter of mere seconds, you can't even blink your eyes fast enough. You might get one or two blinks in, but you're there.
Yeah.
And I mean, what was the other thing? Yeah, playing Spider-Man. Listen,
My man's got to readjust himself right now, son.
the thing is, it's kind of one of those things where yes, the game is on. This game is on PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
Some people may or may not consider it a next gen title, but if you playing it on PlayStation 4 and you play this game on PlayStation 5, I'm almost willing to guarantee you, after about 10 minutes of playing this game, you will not want to go back and play it on the PlayStation 4. There is no way you can't even convince me. Especially, yes, they got the 60 frames mode. I beat the game twice in fidelity mode because that ray tracing.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
Look at Reggie.
It
Hey, that's it. My day, yo, son.
It adds another dimension to the game.
Yo,
it's
fidelity
like,
mode, bro.
Yes.
The sounds you hear along with the ray tracing and the dual. Man,
Oh shit!
No, he good.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like you're looking around and you can listen to it. You can listen to it on your TV if you want, fine. But when you put those headphones on, it's a whole nother world. But that's the thing. These are the experiences that people now kind of be talking about. I believe that this is going to be an ongoing conversation because, like, yeah, I got the game on PlayStation 4, but playing on PlayStation 5, man, it's a different experience. So you can have these games, but the experience is just going to be so much more heightened on the PlayStation 5. I mean, it's crazy. Like playing Sackboy, yeah, you could play it, however you want, but when you get this thing on the PlayStation 5, you can't even get my daughter off the sticks, man. We play it co-op, we play it together, and she loved this. She loved this thing, man. And Astrobot, when you feel that controller and all the things, this is not. Yes, it's a demonstration for the DualSense, but it's more. It's more than
the
that.
demo don't got a platinum trophy.
Yeah,
Platinum trophy, but
Not even Miles Morales has a platinum trophy.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay.
I got the platinum. That was my second plat, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got the platinum. I got the platinum.
Oh,
in my
Hey, look at
Morales.
Reggie. I got the platinum, son.
Play. I was I get this plat. As soon as I beat the game, I jumped right back into boom.
Using them cards, right, to do them challenges, man.
Yeah, I did all the
Yeah.
challenges. I cleared everything.
Oh, all right. Can I tell you my shit? Can I tell
Yeah, go
you?
ahead, Adam. Tell us your
Adam's
experience.
been having
All right,
some shit.
let's-
Adam's been having a different experience with the PlayStations.
I also have 2 kids, and my daughter's 9. And I showed her it, and she was like, "Man, let's just load up Tony Hawk." That was it. And she likes Tony Hawk, and so we just played Tony Hawk. Wasn't too impressed. The interface, yes, it feels new compared to Xbox because even the Xbox is just Xbox. It's the same damn interface. But it's not as intuitive as it was before. For example, if I go to do a share play with my brother, we used to do it all the time. He's on PS4 though. It says, "Oh, you can't do it." Okay, fine. Now, can he do it with me? I was like, "No, you can't do it that way." But you're giving me the option, and it's saying I start share play, but he's not receiving a message. So it's little things like that is broken. Or when I go and I boot up my system and I have Call of Duty, a Cold War PS5, Valhalla PS5, and they're both reverted to the PS4 versions. Meanwhile, I don't have the PS4 versions installed for either one. Or when I had that issue with the Valhalla, and then I go to the PS5 store and it says, "Oh, download it." I'm like, okay, and I download it, and now I have 2 versions of the game. It didn't even upgrade the one I had. It's a lot of these little things. I'm like, okay, they're gonna fix it. I just hate that it just launched that way and that I have to wait for a fix for these things. That really bothered me. Or if, let's say, we're doing a group chat, right? I took a little learning, right? Because we have to create a different party chat and get people in. I don't want to always have to do that for a group. If I just want to have 2 people in, I don't want to have to go and create a whole new group. I just want to be like, yo, I want to add my other buddy. No, you can't do it that way. You got to do it this way. Things that weren't broke. And now it's an issue that Microsoft had with the 360, with the Xbox One, when they messed up the party chat on that shit and all the stuff. Things that weren't broke, you still fucked with. And there was no reason for it. I don't like the trophy system with all the cards. At least give me an option to put it back in list form, because they're big clunky cards and they don't even show you all the info. So it's like, man. And then when you were talking about activating the cards, Some games do work. Call of Duty crashed every time. Every card it showed me, I clicked a crash. I went to play zombie modes with Rich from over there with Coalition. We're like, yeah, because I have to do a review. I'm like, yeah, let's play zombie mode. Crashed every time I tried to boot that damn thing up. Once I typed in Call of Duty zombie mode and Google, crash. Everybody's talking about this shit. I'm like, fuck. I was like, you know, I like it. It's fast. I loaded some of my PS4 games on it so I can just experience the speed because Tony Hawk had a load issue on the PS4. There's no loading at all. Love it. You know, Borderlands 5, that had its own version. That was great. But I'm seeing myself play more of my PS4 games on it as opposed to the PS5 stuff. And I know eventually the things are going to come. But it's just all the other little things that they just need to work out. One of the best features that I like is something that they didn't have in PS4, but the Xbox had forever, and it's with Spotify. It's with the music. When you link up your music and you go to play a game, it will then automatically mute the in-game music so you can continue hearing your music. I love that because it was annoying that every time I would listen to my music, my playlist, I would have to go in the game, go into settings, and mute or lower the volume for in-game audio for every single time. You know, at least that to me, that's one of the big pluses. I love the fact that I can just do that with a click of a button. You know, I had some other little issues, but I'm just hoping that all these things get resolved. So that's the thing. Like, was I wowed by it? No, I wasn't wowed by it. Have I been wowed by these games? Yeah, they look good. But again, I haven't seen, and I guess, I don't know, we're old, and a lot of us are old, and we've seen big jumps. They jump from an 8-bit to 16-bit to 32-bit. These are big jumps. This jump from PS4 to PS5 Series X, whatever, because if you have a good performance PC with a great video card, you've already seen this shit. You know what I mean? This is all not new. Go to the NVIDIA experience and bump it up to high, and there you go. We've seen it. I'm just glad that it's on the console, and my console no longer sounds like it's going to take off. Right. I don't even get that it's that big or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's Dookie size, but it is what it is. It looks like my tower. That's on the other side. I got two. I got one that's skinny and one that's fat.
Well, to your point, Adam, what we're seeing in action is Moore's law, right? Where, I mean, graphically, we are going to, you know, get the point.
It's funny you bring it up. We literally just talked about Moore's law in the last episode, you know? So, yeah, we don't need to go into those places, but yeah, you're getting more diminishing returns just as processors and all that, you know? Yeah, go ahead.
It's all about the experiences that would extend beyond that. So something like the DualSense, 3D audio, just different stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I love. The DualSense, I love the DualSense, especially Call of Duty, and sort of like what you were talking about with the Sackboy and all, when you do feel it, and that's what you feel in Call of Duty. All those guns, feels great. Don't use it in multiplayer, you'll get owned. But for the games itself, it's awesome. I love it. The 3D audio. Hell, even when we were doing that share play recently, Tony.
That shit was dope, right?
Hear him talking, and I kept taking off my. I felt like somebody walked into the room.
It was like, hey, Adam, right? I'm right in your ear, bro. How you doing, man? You hear me playing this Demon's Souls, baby?
Because I heard her in the game, but then I didn't see her yet. But I took my headphones on because I thought my daughter, my wife came into. I was like, what the hell is it? Because it's like it sounded like it was all the way in the back.
Yeah.
Like, until you got closer to her.
The girl in the game. Yeah. That's right.
I was like, shit, this 3D audio is on point. So I definitely love the controller. The controller, man, it'll put a smile on your face. It's like I said, it's not a gimmick. The shit is legit.
This is real right now, people. DualSense.
I'm looking forward to getting some other cool ones with cool designs. I'm sure they're gonna go that route. That's hyped. But man, yeah, that was it for me. It was playing a lot of shooters, and the shooting experience is there. You feel it.
Borderlands 3 is another one. You know, you feel that shit.
That's what I'm playing it. All the picking up all the weapons, a different. It just brings a new element to immersion in it, because all the time we always say, oh, when I got this build, it feels like this, feels like that. Well, no, now it really does, because even when you put on certain gear or something, the way it'll do the rumble and then the resistance, it feels like the controller is adding weight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, how is this? This is some voodoo they're doing. Like, what is this shit? Like, why is my controller getting heavier? It reminds me of when I used to have those weights that you change up with the sands and stuff. And I was like, you make some turns and actually, it's super heavy. Like, what the hell? It felt like that. I'm like, I can't believe they pulled this off.
Yeah.
Because, we've seen a lot of gimmicks in controllers. We've seen it all. And this one is not a gimmick. This one actually works, even with the mic. The mic 10 times better than the mic that was on the PS3 that just sounded really annoying and then loud. This actually works. You could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I should just add the controller does not add weight. It just makes it feel like it because of the rumbles. Just to get that straight. Because some motherfuckers that come in here. You guys said it makes a weight. No. The weight doesn't change, but you kind of feel like it does. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna feel the cold on that.
No, that we know you can't do that either. You know.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
here's one thing that I wanted to ask. So before, back in the day, I used to have surround sound headphones for my PlayStation 3, and
Yes.
one of the reasons why I ended up not using it on the 4 is because we didn't have the optical port. Hey, sometimes I watch movies on it and all that. Have any of you watched any movies or anything like that have surround sound using the controller headset yet?
That's a good idea.
That's a good question. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna watch Mandalorian with that shit. See what happens.
I watched Mandalorian. Mandalorian is in 5.1, and I had my headset, and yeah, I could hear like when the speed bikes, I would hear go from the left to the right, and I would hear a lot of that circling around, and if a bullet flying or to the right, you would hear it. So yeah, you hear it. It does transfer over.
That's dope.
Yo, Tony.
So
what's up,
so
Carlos?
wondering-
Whoa, Carlos, what's up, man?
You imagine watching it with a headset, watching Planet Earth on my TV.
On my TV, excuse me. Manny, what you gonna say?
Was Planet Earth in 5.1 sound?
No. Now Planet Earth, our planet is called our planet.
Our planet.
Yo,
Okay.
I sold like 5 TVs alone showing screenshots off of that shit. I showed this fucking gorilla and shit. Motherfucker's like, I'm buying that TV. Like, that gorilla looks like it's in your room, Tony. I'm like, how do you know it wasn't, man? That's a real gorilla.
Yo, man, that game journalist tip out got me a gorilla.
I'm a game journalist. I'm balling, man. I got gorillas all over the place, man. Let's go. You know.
I went to see the C10. I went to see the C10 in person last week. The TV that you have, Tony.
Yeah, Reggie came over, man. He came over to the crib. He didn't even say nothing and shit. He showed up. I made us some arroz con pollo and shit. We were chilling. You know, had some Henny.
I did see it last week, though. I did see it last week, man. Oh my god, it is a pretty nice TV, and I am planning to get it. I just
That's right, yo. When you get that, I don't give a fuck. When you get it, post a picture and tag me, son. I'm trying to prove a point. LG,
man.
You know.
We're trying to get that sponsorship going.
Yeah, right? Shit. Reggie's yelling at me. He's like, Tony, get us fucking Amazon affiliate link, man.
I'm telling you, as much as you announced, and all those people that went after you showed it, and they went and bought it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, B. Telling you.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. No, it's funny because Reggie was like, yo, Tony, I'm pretty sure you sold like 3 like, I didn't sell 3. I sold like 20 of those fucking TVs, you know? That shit was crazy. And again, that wasn't my plan. I was just like, this TV is fucking crazy. I'm posting pictures and shit. And motherfuckers like, Tony, you motherfucker. They post their pictures of their shit, you know? Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, you don't need like a new 4K TV to experience PlayStation 5, but if you do got it,
oh my god.
Other level, man. I'm jumping in right now, man. I'm giving my fucking take right now, man. Just jumping off what Adam said. Yes, the DualSense. This shit right here. Yo, really? This is next. I'm saying this is next gen. This is next gen. The games maybe not all that next gen because, like Adam said, we've had ray tracing for a little while and shit. We've had crazy 4K graphics for a while. We haven't had this motherfucker ever. This DualSense. Check and being real right now. I'm keeping it real. When I heard that, not in fact, where Astros was going to be a pack-in game, I'm like, I'm not playing that fucking shit. I'll be like, that's a waste of my time. Then I saw Digital Foundry's reviews. I'm like, hold on, what? What, really? Like, they were talking about, like, the Rumbles does this. Like, you can actually feel, like, when you're walking on sand, it feels like sand. You can walk on water. You feel like you're walking on water. I'm like, whoa, hold on. You playing? Yes. Okay. They did their best to describe it, but even then, they couldn't do justice to the shit you experienced in that fucking game. Like, you're going through the ice and shit. And here's what it was cool, because I'm one of those guys, I get more impressed by things when I know how it works, right? Because I was like, okay, how do they make you feel like you're sliding on ice, or how do they make you feel like you're swimming? It's a combination of the rumbles and the sounds that come out of the speaker, right? It's both working in tandem, so it gives you that experience. Like, I remember when I was just sliding through ice, and it felt like my blades were like actually slicing into it, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy right now,
Skater. Like when you skate on it, like you can feel it.
Yeah, you can feel it. And then
go ahead. when they say these games are for PS5, that's really what it is. It's like they're really adding not just all the bells and the whistles with the color stuff. It's adding that support for the haptic feedback controller. Because I played Borderlands and Valhalla on PS4 before I switched over, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it looked great and everything, but man, when you pick up those swords, I picked up an axe Valhalla, and I went to pick up, and he's like, and I felt the like,
you felt that shit, like, damn, it almost fell over.
Like, I was so wobbling with this. I'm like, shit, it was like a different feel to the point that every time I would kill somebody and he drops, I'm like, yeah, I want to feel this shit. Hold on, go pick it up.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad you said that, Adam. Like the speaker, we have to give the speaker props, man, because it's half the experience with the controller, But I remember with when Astros, what fucked me up was like they're doing the tutorials, like, all right, press the left trigger and shit to do something in action. So I'm pressing the left trigger, nothing is happening, right? I'm like, because I'm pressing it with the same amount of force I would normally press, right? Pressing, nothing happening. Then I squeezed it and something happened. Like, oh shit, like it's nuts, And then there's like a part later. Where you have to shoot like a bow and arrow, you feel the resistance when you're pulling, knocking that shit back,
Tension.
Yeah, yo, bro, I'm telling you, there's so many little instances like that. And then with Demon Souls, this goes back into the 3D audio, right? And Chris was the one that pointed, it's like, yo, you could hear these motherfuckers breathing on the other side of the wall. So it gives you extra, like, because that game, you got to be, it's spatial awareness is key in that game. You need to know all your surroundings. So having the headset, and here's the thing, it works with any headset. It doesn't matter what the headset is. It works,
Yeah.
So
you don't need to have the Sony
the
headphones
Pulse.
in order to do it.
It's still the controller. The controller is pulling the magic.
Yeah. So
did you speaking of the headset, did you guys adjust the ear settings on it, or did you just put it on?
I just put it on. I just put the shit on.
I did.
Reggie, tell us about it then, man.
In one of the menus, if the 3D audio is not working, remember when Mark Cerny said that do something about molding to your ear?
Yeah, we can mold it to your ears.
Apparently, they figured out what 3 settings seem to work for multiple ear types. So you have at least 3 settings to, like, if you're not hearing it correctly, you can switch it through there and listen to it and hear what works best for you.
Okay, I'll try it out, but what I used. It was fine. By the way, Paku Han says he tried it. Reggie, you tried it. Did you see any differences with the hearing and all that?
Yeah. So I think because when I first got the PlayStation, I'm just plugging my headset in or whatever, right? And I noticed that when I went later on, I think this was probably like the next day, I went into those settings and I was changing them, seeing what works, right? And I noticed that if I went to one setting, I could hear like a little bit. I can't really explain it. It's like a little bit more detail in the sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Then, it's a richer sound. Yeah.
Right. Then other ones, they will be kind of subtle, right? Like I couldn't hear what I heard before.
Yeah.
So I just kept playing with them, right? And then once I got to one that I like, I'm gonna try this one. I forgot we said and I picked. And the game, I think I was playing Miles Morales at the time, and the game just came even more alive after I picked that, and I just left it there ever since. Same thing with Demon Souls, right? With all of them, it just, I don't know, it just works. Like it's awesome. Oh, and so a quick aside about the thing we was talking about.
Yeah.
So in Astrobot, there's a level at the end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's the coolest freaking level I've ever seen in it, right? But there's this one side where the stage would tilt, and it would really feel like the controller is tilting with the stage, even though you have the controller in your hand. Like it feels like it's weighted. There's no weights in it, but it's hard to explain. It's just like if it goes to this side, it feels like it's on that side, and you feel the struggle of trying to jump up to the thing you're trying to hit.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not just straight up like vibration or rumble like before. It's very different, varying levels of it, the shaking. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it creates that effect. Again, they do such a great job. It's like you could tell they put a lot of research into that shit, and it's amazing. I don't even think the controller costs that much more than a regular controller on Amazon. It's like $70. Not that bad for this controller.
$10 more than a PS5.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that much more. So like, because you figured they'd sell this shit. If this controller came out like 2 years ago, they would be selling this shit for $100.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. So yeah, the DualSense, that's the thing that blew me away. And then of course, the actual games. I gotta eat a little bit of crow, people.
Man, the crow. Yo, man, you the crow.
Gotta eat some motherfucking crow. But of course, you know how I always eat my crow with some motherfucking adobo. You know, that's how we do it around here, man. Fried up and everything. You know, my crow tastes good. Dominican. Yeah, adobo, you already know, some sazon and shit. That's it, man. So yeah, okay. So I was just being real right now. I was ragging on the PlayStation launch lineup for a while. I'm like, this shit's kind of whack, whatever, you know. And it was mostly based off of the fact that a lot of the games was on PlayStation 4, right? But even if you just take the PlayStation 5 games, right? Like, dude, you got Demon's Souls alone is like a system seller. I'm saying it. You know, like this shit is crazy right now. You know, then you got Astros, which is like a great showcase for the controller. You got the Sackboy game, you know, and even though it is on PlayStation 4, Miles Morales, like when you got that ray tracing on, oh man, I'm telling you right now. So I'm like, this is legit better than the shit I played on PlayStation 4. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, and then of course you add in the multiplayer shit. You got Call of Duty and Valhalla and shit. I'm like, okay, this launch lineup is better than the PS4. That is better than PS3 even. You know, it's like this is solid. You know.
Well, if you want to get a taste of what it sort of looks like on PS4, you just turn it on the fidelity, the frame rate mode.
The frame rate mode
just turns off all the stuff.
Yeah, but even then,
the frame rate ain't like that on PS4 though.
Yeah,
you know?
those
the frame rates are not.
Actually, man, you know how I could get a taste of it? Just download the PS4 game. That's how.
You play the 4 game. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to say this as a person who's seen the other one,
and you are currently playing the 4 version.
And I'm currently playing the 4 one. I mean, I feel like people forgot that the Spider-Man PS4 game looks fucking good.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked amazing.
It's like people have like bird memory because I mean, come on, you look at the other one, with the exception of the ray tracing and then some of the additional flourishes on the games look pretty close.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. You know, but that ray tracing though, man. Like, you know what's cool? And because I'm playing the first Spider-Man 2018, I love this. Just little things. I'm fighting a bad guy or whatever, and just off to the side, I see my reflection beating the shit out of this dude. I'm like, that's cool. You know, that I like those little touches. You know, or I'm going up to a door. It's like, oh look, I'm staring at myself right now. And again, understanding how reflections used to be done in video games. It used to be a very controlled thing. They would actually have to take the character model and flip it over or whatever, reverse it. It used to be taxing. Now it just happens, you know?
Yeah, so like there's a few different ways. Like for Spider-Man, the PS4 version of Spider-Man, they use a screen space solution. So you do get screen space reflections in Spider-Man, the PS4 version of Spider-Man. You know, like puddles and sometimes inside of the thing, but nowhere near in the level that you're going to get for the 5.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but that's pretty much it for my. Oh yeah, the UI real quick. I'm still getting used to it. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. I'm getting used to it. Like the more I play with it, like okay, I know where things are right now or whatever. That's kind of cool. The party system was really cool. I like how we just have a dedicated throwdown room and we just jump in and out. Like again, I was me and Chris were doing our thing. We're playing. Riku jumps in randomly. Adam shows up. It's like it's cool how that happens. And then of course they could watch our shit. What's up, Manny?
I was gonna say Riku's in the group. He can't jump in randomly.
Yeah, or just out of nowhere. Let's just say that, you know.
They bring themes because they could do it. Yeah, I get every time you go to a game, you see the whole.
Yeah, because they already kind of have themes already, you know. But Adam, you just gave me an idea. Have it so you could switch those themes out. You know, that would be cool. Like for your own ones. I don't want to hear that music
forever. That same thing. I had to do that shit on the Vita where I couldn't fucking change it.
Yeah, you know.
And then certain things had it. So
Vita, baby. All right, Chris, man, share your thoughts on the PlayStation 5 experience after 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I got it. I'll give it up that the SSD does seem to be performing very well.
Yes, Mark Cerny didn't lie, man.
Yeah, I agree that with the 3D audio thing, and I did tell you like there's there's a part in Demon's Souls is not a spoiler.
If the game's fucking 11 years old, man, go ahead.
Yeah, in 1-2, there's a long bridge that you run towards the Tower Knight, and there's a red dragon that strafes the bridge with fire. And what you have to do is like wait till he shoots the bridge with fire, and you run as fast as you can to get to the next kind of archway, so you can hide. All right, so in old game, you had to look at him and like wait and then time it so as soon as he hits the ground, you take off. Well, now I just hear him breathing and flapping his wings, and I know when he's over me, which is crazy. I'm like, oh shit, he's right over my head. And I start running. I can time it so that as soon as that fire hits the ground, I'm running just by listening. You know, you couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
So I thought that was nuts. And then, yeah, I can hear guys, if I go around the corner, it's like, oh, I hear a guy breathing over there. So I just run around the corner and smack him, you know? So I know he's hiding. Again, these are things you couldn't do before. So that experience is good. The feedback on the DualSense is good. Even Demon Souls, you can, when you pull a bow,
Yes.
it tightens, so you feel
Yes.
it. The controller feels good in my hand. I disagree with Brett. I have huge hands too. I don't have a problem holding it for a long time.
Yeah, neither do I. Very comfortable.
Yeah.
I think the only issue when it comes to holding, I do get like a little scrape on my bottom palm here. Like I don't know this, like right here, this edge. I don't know why. I keep moving my hand. I don't know. Maybe as I'm playing, my hand is sliding down. I don't know. Maybe it's just a little sharp plastic.
Yeah. So my only complaint with it is the UI is a little confusing. So I agree with Carlos. Like, there's things I do like. I do like our dedicated room. I do like the speed which the switcher works and stuff like that. Like, there's good things. There's bad things.
Yeah.
I think there's still stability issues. I don't know what the patches have been lately, but they haven't fixed the main thing, which I think the accessories being left in, crashing the games is still a problem. I have a hard time getting around certain things that used to be very easy on PS4. Like if I wanted to adjust my cloud saves to PS Plus, it was just a matter of hitting the game, going to upload, download, save, whatever. Now I have to go into settings and drill down and find it.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. You know, some of the options in the voice chat is a pain, so I just go to the phone to look when, like, Tony posts a picture in the chat. It's easy to get to on the phone, but I find it difficult to get to on the console, which is ironic. So those things, I think that can just be adjusted, but Sony needs to address that because I think it's confusing. I didn't like that they also split media and games into two different, like a parent tree. Like when the TV section was just in as one option on PS4, now it's just a whole separate area you go to. I mean, I don't know. I liked it the old way.
Well,
but
just piggyback off what Chris said with the store, and I was mentioning, it's like a lot of options that you see in the app version is not there. So if you go right now into the store, you won't see just a Black Friday sale. There is no Black Friday sale, but on the app there is. And if you go to the games and you search, then you'll find the deals. We found Control Ultimate Edition, and all that stuff, all on sale. Yeah. But it's not there in the app, which is kind of baffling because, like, you want to sell these games, right? You have a sale going on, and if you're on a PS5, you don't see that. So it's those type of things you have to fix it.
Yeah, it's still early yet, and things that they gotta you're gonna work some kinks out. No launch. Yeah, no launch is perfect, but
I think they'll add back things like the folders are gone again.
Yeah, that's the other one gone.
Yeah.
So I would think they would add that back in because I found it useful on PS4. But the storage, of course, makes that a non-issue because it's like I'm only gonna play one thing at a time and erase it because there isn't like a lot of space to play with.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how it performs. I'm impressed with the load times in the games. I may be a teensy bit biased because if you go back and Throwdown, I've been begging for a Demon Souls remaster.
Yes.
A long time. So I may a tiny bit biased. But I mean, the game looks fantastic. It plays just like I remember it. Like, I get around. I remember where things are and whatever. So I'm enjoying the hell of it. And then I do plan on playing Spider-Man again. So
yes, do it. Trust me. Fidelity mode. Trust me on that, man.
He's familiar with the plan.
Yes, I do plan on upgrading my TV to Tony's recommendations.
Hey, you already know me and Carl's already in that glory, man. So jump on.
I will tag LG in those pictures. Yes, and be like, you old Rami Death.
Yo, Rami Death, a drink. Yo, by the way, Chris, here's the miracle of all miracles, right? Torrance Davis, right? Our mentor, right? He hates he's hated Demon Souls for years. He's like, fuck this game. This game's fucking trash. He loves it now. He absolutely, he beat the fucking Phalanx. I'm like, oh shit. Torrance, good for you. And you know what it is? He won't admit it because Torrance is fucking hard-headed. The frame rate, man. The frame rate and the graphics. That's what did it for him. You know, because as you
frame
said,
rate. The frame rate.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for people is the frame rate, the graphics, and the loading. The
Yeah, the
loading,
loading.
is, the loading,
Yes.
I think, that really does it for a lot of people because it gets you right back into the action. You don't need to wait. You don't need to look at that screen where you after you're dead. Reload the fucking what's that place? The the Nexus and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god! Somebody should do a side by side because it would take almost a minute to load between areas. You're looking at that art.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm playing with Chris and Brett. It's like, oh shit, I forgot an item. Be right back. They go back to the Nexus, pick up their shit, and come back literally within 10 seconds. It's fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, just to give everybody a sense of it, during when Chris was talking about the dragon flying over one of the bridges or whatever, right? So they had the game, the original and the remake or the remaster or the remake running side by side. And when the dragon came onto the scene on the PS3 one, it was there around about, but since the PlayStation, the PS5 one was still going, right? They had to rewind the PlayStation 5 version back to the same scene because it was so fast that the PS3 one, it just the loading, just to show off the loading, it wasn't there. It couldn't even do it, right? Because you was always it's loading. You locked in the screen. You're looking at the artwork. It's a phenomenal experience, and it does wonders for the quality of life of that game. One of the many sweet touches that they implement into that game. And when you go through, there's no loading. You go through. Everything is there. You don't have to wait. You don't have to worry about nothing. If you die, just load up, go right back in, kill the dude, get your souls, keep it moving. It's awesome.
That's it, man. The Mark Cerny dragon, that thing moves mad fast.
Yeah, and when you play, look, whenever they show the demonstration of this game, right? I don't know if anybody noticed, but they never showed it in 4K 30.
No, it's always 60. Yeah,
it was always in the 60 frames per second. Now, I don't know what it's running at. I know it's running at 60. I don't care necessarily about the resolution on that. It looks that damn good. Like when just subtle things like when the lighting and when you look at the water, right? I think I looked at that water just almost 10 minutes because I'm like, oh my god, like look at this. Like it just looks so good. And then with the enemies, the detail in the enemies when they come at you, like Chris was talking about breathing and like shoot, when you hear the scream sometimes it's like, oh my god, where am I at? Like you're just in this world. And another game I would like to bring up, Tony and I have been talking about this. I had pictures out on Twitter about it. The Pathless.
Pathless, yes.
Just to plug Tony, he will be doing a review on it.
This is true. PC Mag is coming.
This game, man, this is one of those, like, if you're playing Demon Souls and you need a palette, go play this game. If you had a stress day and you need something to relax, go play this game. The way this game moves with the DualSense in the performance mode, oh my god! Like everybody always talks about the arrow thing, but on this game you can feel when the notch and the pull back of the arrow before she releases it. Chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. It is freaking ridiculous, man. Like just that feeling, like when you pull back the arrow and you feel that, like the controllers kind of fighting a little bit. Amazing, man. The game is amazing to me. I like it. I like those type of games. But trust me, y'all. If you've been waiting to get your PlayStation 5, trust us when we say you will not be disappointed. I mean, if you are disappointed, I don't know what to tell you, but it is truly a transformative experience, at least in my opinion. I don't have Xbox yet. I do plan to get maybe somewhere down the road. I'm waiting on Halo.
You waiting on games?
Yeah, waiting on games. And I mean, there's stuff that I kind of want right now. Sony, they got the games I want to play, and there's more soon coming. I can't say nothing right now, but there's more soon coming.
That's it. All right, guys. Any last thoughts on the PlayStation 5? I think Reggie, that's a good way of ending it right there, man. This shit was dope.
Just don't go on eBay and pay these.
Yeah, don't give these motherfuckers things.
Don't mess with the scalpers.
Don't mess with any of that. Make
just
sure these guys have to eat that cost. All those consoles, you know.
Let them pay for their sins.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, man.
And one tip I would like to give on that before we close out, man, just try to check your local retailers, man. And just sometimes if they see you and you keep coming in there and they know you that you're looking for it, sometimes they might look out. So I'm just letting you know. I got my own stories, but that's another story for another day.
There you go, man. All right, man.